Didn't even ask me what I wanted. You make dumb assumptions. Clearly not your forte.
Good morning, my lovies. So today I decided to do a mental check-in. Today I just wanted to clean, listen to music, take my son to basketball practice, and just reprogram and just really try to figure out everything that's going on. I can honestly say I felt exhausted, overwhelmed. I was really trying to just figure out, I guess, life within itself. So it's really nothing major, but I feel like we all need a mental check-in, regardless of where we at in life, what we doing in life, what we have going on. I just decided out with the old and with the new. So today I just was like, I'm going to just clean my living room. I'm going to do my dining room or my little partial dining room. I'm going to do my kitchen. I'm going to do everything. I just, want to relax. I found my travel book, which I received from my ex-boyfriend as a gift. I wound up looking at pictures that I had found from my trip to DC last year when I turned 30. I found my son workbooks because I constantly keep buying workbooks. You see in the video that I actually pointed at okay, I need to figure out what's going on with this, because I swear I'm just always buying workbooks for my son. I found his school supplies when he was virtual and he kept telling me he didn't have any. I wound up buying new school supplies because he was in school. And then that's dirty, but whatever. That was a chapstick that I actually found. I actually found the chapstick, but it's brand new. It's brand new. I swear. It's still fresh. And I used it today on my lips. So lovely. I got it from the dollar store. Don't be sleeping on the dollar store. Oh, and today I also actually purchased a LED ring light when I took my son to the barbershop today. After I took him to the barbershop, I wound up taking him to basketball practice. I did not record that because my phone was dying, and I just was just talking to my son to see where was he at mentally. After I took him, did record that. After I took him to basketball practice, his coach wound up dropping him back off, and you see me talking to him because you hear my little music in the background. So I kept fixing my clothes. It just kept coming off because my cycle was on. Sorry, I know people don't like hearing about that, but it's just a lot going on. But here go my little sweetheart saying, oh, wait, I forgot to give you a hug. But the funny part is that he came in and he said, I want to clean, because I wound up saying, you can hear in the background, I'm vlogging and I'm cleaning up. Pick up your dog poop. And he was like, okay, wait, never mind, I don't want to clean. So I'm like, Jay, either way, you still had to pick up your dog poop. He like, oh, wait, no, I don't want to clean. Just dirty. Little boys are so dirty. It's not even funny. But it's crazy because this boy loved water like I was back in the day. Well, I can't say back in the day like I'm an old head, because I'm really not an old head. But anyway, fast forward. There I go, keep fixing my pants. I don't know why. It's just that when you cycle on, you get bloated. This is for the females. You get bloated. So I decided to go through my little basket that I have at the door and decided to sweep. I had used the vacuum, but then I just was like, you know what, this is too much. Let me do my little fresheners. I wound up putting it under the seat, and I ran out to go and get cupcakes because my girlfriend had brought me cupcakes for my dinner. I wound up canceling last minute the day before. I did it on Friday and canceled. Hey, look, I can't do it. It's just because it was so much going on. Just so much going on. I actually wound up going to Walmart as well before dropping my son off to basketball practice to find the camera that I have on the chair right there. I'm showing off my degree. Shout out to me. And there go my little photo shoot. I know I get distracted. That's why y'all love me. That's why y'all on this channel. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I forgot. I went to Walmart to try to buy my camera battery because I lost the battery in New Orleans when I went on vacation. That was another thing. I also did a check-in with a close friend of mine, and I talked to my counselor. So right here you see me talking to my girlfriend, because I just felt like we all have friends that understand what we're going through. I have a close-knit circle, which means I have people that left my life, people that we both decided yeah, we can't go on with friendship. But to each his own. I love them dearly, wishing the best. But I like the little small circle that I have, and I'm really happy that I'm networking. That's another thing. So I decided to check in with my girlfriend mentally, physically, and emotionally to see where she at, because we both go through stuff. And it's all right, let's do our little check-in. I actually always go to her when it comes to different stuff. If not her, then it's my other two girlfriends. So in the videos, see me talking, laughing, and then I start crying because she start asking me questions just basically about my dating life. Do I want to date? Am I thinking about dating? Do I talk to somebody? Do I want to talk to somebody? Am I interested in somebody? Am I still stuck on my past? Like, she just started asking me everything, and it kind of hit home because it's like, I'm not stuck on my past. I'm not interested in my past, but it's like a comfortability, and I feel like we all go through that, and we need to learn how to differentiate it. But we just don't. We always run to what's comfortable for us. You need people around you that's going to ask you questions that's uncomfortable. You need people around you that's going to ask you questions where you know you uncertain of, but you know you need to deal with that question and really think about your answers. So it was like, while she was asking me these questions, I didn't get upset, I didn't get mad, because it's like I had to check myself and ask myself these questions. And that's one thing about me. Like, anybody would say to you, like my circle, my family, they would tell you, like, you ask me a question, I'm going to really sit and think with that question. Like, I'm going to really try to figure out the answer. And even though, like, I play it off where I'm strong, I don't have nothing to worry about, I cry. I am a baby. I am a big baby. And I say this so many times. And it was like, I had to really release everything that I was thinking about from my past relationships, stuff that I was going through when I was younger. Like, everything started coming to light because I already dealt with it. But now it's like, I needed to give myself that closure, that space, that raw, authentic honesty with myself. Was like, okay, yeah, so this is it. This is how I feel. And then she asked me, like, maybe instead of you thinking this way, think that way. Like, just be honest with yourself. So I was like, yeah, you're right. I understand. We ended that video, and then I wound up checking in with my counselor. So basically, my counselor was like, you've been avoiding me. And I just was laughing like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't know me, babe. But we laughing. I told her about the dreams that I have and what I've been doing, the intake. You see me eating the cupcakes. I had like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20. I had like maybe, I think, 24 or 28 cupcakes. Yo, I ate the whole first set of cupcakes, like, and she was busting on me. She was literally saying, like, you just keep eating, because they were so sweet. Shout out to my favorite baker. Ooh, my mouth getting watery thinking about them. My favorite baker, Pastry Divas. You can follow her on Instagram. And shout out to Mana. Yes, my dog. She brought me the cupcakes to my dinner today, but I didn't go on dinner. I mean, I didn't have a dinner because it was just so much going on. And then all my friends was like actually going through stuff like, yo, Reese, like, you don't want to cancel the dinner. Like, we got this going on, we got that going on. And then they was like, all right, don't cancel the dinner, but what are you going to wear? So I told them that I was going to pop up with a sweatsuit and some slippers. They was like, what? I was like, yeah, with some slide-ins. They started laughing at me like, yeah, girl, no. So I'm talking to my counselor anyway, back to her. I'm talking to my counselor, and I'm telling her about this guy that I was interested in, but it was like, you know, I had to, you know, take it for what it was. Like, he cool, he down to earth, but at the same time, right time, perfect person, wrong timing. So I don't think much about it. I don't feel no type of way. It's just like I had to focus with life, and that's what I'm doing. So I got emotional because it was like, yo, I swear that was like a spiritual connection when I met this boy, because the last spiritual connection I had was with my son's father, but I'm gonna get into that later. That's the story time that I'm gonna have. But back to this. Back to my little session. I was just telling her how I felt, what I was thinking, our talks that we had, and I'm telling her, like, I know how I felt, I know my intuition, I know I'm not tripping. Like, some people might call me crazy because of stuff that I say or what was coming out, but I was like, it's nothing wrong with me. Like, this is really how I feel. And I feel because a lot of people are not in tune with themselves spiritually, or they're not connected with themselves, they don't know who they are, they will always have a problem with that. And what you're speaking out your mouth, they will feel like, girl, you tripping, like you weird. But I'm like, whatever, to each its own. This is how I feel. I don't know if y'all heard, but my son was in the background saying, Mom, I'm hungry. And I'm like, bro, you're not hungry. He just want Readers, because I kept telling him I was going to get him Readers. But I'm going to get him Readers. I just got to, you know, get myself together, because mentally I'm there. Off records, I'm not there because my cycle, it is draining. But anyway, back to my counselor, like, grinding me up, and I'm trying to tell her, like, y'all see me stop, because I'm trying to tell her, like, no, you gotta listen, like, try to understand where I'm coming from. She like, no, Sharisa, like, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, shout out to her, because I get it. Like, I love people that's just raw and authentic. Like, I don't want no yes people around me. I don't want no yes people interacting with me. Like I just I don't like stuff like that. Please don't come around me. Stay away from me, because you're going to constantly keep telling me yes. You're not for me. I need somebody that's going to tell me like, Teresa, your stuff stink. You need to fix it, and you was wrong. So shout out to my counselor. Shout out to my little friends. Period. But no, I had to really get into detail after that session that I had with her and my girlfriend I spoke to earlier. Like, shout out to them, because they really be holding their sister up. I mean, it be stressful, and they got their own life that they dealing with, like completing their master's degree, their doctor's degree, their business, just everything. Like, shout out to them. Like, really shout out to them. But now my counselor really was like get into the nitty gritty, where she was talking about my family, the relationships I build with people, the relationships I want for people. I was telling her about church today, what the pastor had asked us about what happened to you as a child that traumatized you, what happened to you as a child that made you not love others the way that you could love yourself, what made you just a different person growing up, and can you love the person that's next to you. And I was answering the questions, but as I was answering the questions, I felt hurt, because I started talking about my father, whereas like I didn't have that relationship with my father growing up. I always wanted a relationship, a father and daughter relationship, but I didn't have it. And I used to always ask God, like, well, why I don't have this and why I don't have that. And then I had to realize, like, everything happened for a reason, and I can't fault my father for how he was. I can't fault my mother for how she was and how she raised us, when she thought was right, what she didn't think was right. At the end of the day, I can only thank God for what he did and what he allowed me to go through and see through. Like, which is a lot of stuff that I do question, but at the same time, I realized if my father was in my life, I wouldn't be this bomb behind mom, bomb behind, dope behind future wife. Like, no, but just bomb, period. I would not be who I am today if my father was in my life. Now that he's not in my life, yes, I learned stuff. I've been through stuff. I'm still going through things, but at the same time, like, I forgive him. And in order to forgive anybody, you have to forgive yourself for where you stand at, what you allow, what you didn't allow, what you took in, what you didn't take in. You just honestly had to forgive yourself. And I felt like I don't like crying, so me sharing this with y'all is just like something that is new to me, because everybody would say I do not like crying. I feel so weak when I cry. I just feel like I'm not the big dog. Like, but I mean, I get it. We all got tough skin. We all built, strong. But at the same time, it's like you just gotta let it out. And I feel like I need to let tears out, because I wound up saying to my close friend, like, I need to let some tears out, because I feel as though I don't let it out. It's okay to cry every now and then. Cry in the shower. When you cry in the shower, make sure you listen to Whitney Houston. I Just Want to Dance with Somebody. And for the guys, I mean, you can listen to some Luther Vandross, some Billy D. Like, I'm just real old school. But no, seriously, I really thank God for the session that I had yesterday. I really thank God for my life. I'm just so thankful and grateful for a lot. And like I always say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But anyway, we're just talking about my son. We're talking about my family. We're talking about my mom, my graduation that's coming up in May, what I had planned, the traveling. We start talking about the business, my business partner. We just talked about everything. Like, and when I mean everything, I mean she asked me questions about stuff that I didn't even want to talk about, where it's like, look, that's out of my life. Like, I don't deal with this person. I don't talk to them. But it's still like, you feel some type of way. And I'm like, I honestly don't. And she was like, well, if you don't feel no type of way, ask yourself, like, if you could go on through life and not feeling no type of way with nobody, are you being truthful to yourself, or are you being truthful to them? And I was like, well, what you mean by that? And she was like, you look at any and everything like it's a business contract. And by you looking at that, what that mean? And I said, that basically mean like, I'm not labeling you as a friend, because at the end of the day, you could hurt me at any moment. What I supposed to say?
Didn't even ask me what